Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're looking at another beer from Verdant, probably one of the, if not the, biggest craft brewery in the UK at the moment, and one that has definitely got a front row seat on the hype train. I was supposed to say first class, but yeah. Anyway, so today, awkward introduction aside, we're looking at a can of Roy, I Want a Hilux. And I have no idea what a Hilux is. The fact that there's a pickup truck on the bottom, maybe that's to do with a car or a pickup truck. Maybe I should have looked it up before I started doing this beer review. But no, that's not the coolest drink away. Now, I heard a lot of good things about this one. When have you heard a bad thing about a Verdant beer, or Verdant, or however you want to pronounce it? I think it is properly pronounced Verdant. I'm not too sure what the word Verdant actually means, but I'm sure it's to do with forestry or something like that. It's to do with the outdoors or some sort of thing like that. But yeah, the brewery needs no introduction, as I'm sure most of you hopheads have been abusing your liver with beers like this. And picked this up from the Northern Beer Temple in Wigan. Great place, one of my favourite bottle shops to go to, and it's a stone's throw away from me. So happy days, happy skint days ahead, I'd imagine. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the price tag taken off the top of the can while I'm talking. But it doesn't really matter because it's just going to rip off anyway when I pull the ring pull. But yeah, so this is in a 440ml can at 5.5% ABV. So the malts are Golden Promise, oats, premium caramel malt, wheat malt and dextrin. The hops are Citra, Mosaic, Centennial and Chinook. And the yeast is London Ale Free, I think that is. So, Roy, I Want a Linux. Oh, and an endless supply of this in my face. Orange Juice Pale Ale. Not any old orange juice, mind. That posh stuff with bits and bubbles and yeast and loads of juiciest hops. Cheers, Roy. No oranges are in this beer. So I guess it's going to be very orangey then. Quick-witted there, Peter. But yeah, fantastic artwork. Nice and simple. And yeah, so looking forward to trying this one. Yeah, I've had very limited experience with Verdant, which is almost criminal. But better late than never, I suppose. So a very generous fill in that can. Always appreciated. Okay, so let's see what we get with this one then. Just the way it's pouring, it looks thick. Just out the way it's coming out of the can. And when you look at it in the glass, oh my word. That is absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit darker than some of them, but it doesn't really stray into that sort of chicken stock / gravy territory, which some of them do. But it's not a really vibrant pale ale. But yeah, that is just like pure grapefruit juice in a glass, or not pineapple juice, because pineapple juice is a little bit more yellow from what I remember. But yeah, haze for days, unclear for years. Twerk for the Merc. That's never going to catch on. But beer poured with about one finger's worth of an ever so slightly off-white head. Just ever so slightly. But it looks creamy. It actually looks like a Haribo sweet in a glass. Do you know what I mean? With the yellow mallow at the top and then the lovely juicy jelly sweet at the bottom. But yeah, certainly looks amazing. Let's give it a sniff. There's a real gentleness to this one. It's not too potent or in your face. It's not smacking you around the chops or anything like that. But it's so fragrant as opposed to being punchy. Big tropical fruits on the nose. Loads of citrus, loads of stone fruits. Big grapefruit aroma, almost like a pink grapefruit. Definitely get a blood orange in there. Big mango. It's almost like a very subtle lavender in there as well, or like Parma violets almost. Subtle herby notes, herbal notes, sorry. But it's all about that breakfast juice aroma. Really, really is absolutely wonderful. Yankee Candle, you need to get on this. You get in on the New England IPA craze, and I guarantee you're going to get a brand new market interested in Yankee Candles. But yeah, it smells absolutely wonderful. It's what I want with a beer like this. So hopefully the flavour matches the aroma and the appearance. Let's find out. Cheers, guys. Wow. So dense. It's like creamy, almost. Very subtle carbonation coming through. Just enough to help distribute it around the palate. But it's not really fizzling on the tongue. It just almost like, you know when you see like cartoons or something like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, where like the characters like melt into the floor. The beer's like just melting or being absorbed into the tongue. It's so nice. It's like literally you've got all these fruits and you've put them in a blender. That's one of the chewiest and boldest bodied like New England style hazy pale ales that I've ever had. It really is. The only other Verdant beers I've had up to this point were a couple of collaborations that they'd done, and of course the legendary Pulp, which was a little bit more, from what I remember, a bit more punchy, a little bit more in your face. But this, for me personally, trumps that beer. It really, really does. It's so smooth. It's lovely. It's velvety. It's dense. It's like proper creamy fruit breakfast juice. Do you know what I mean? No harshness whatsoever. Not even on the bitterness. Very subtle grapefruit-like bitterness. It's absolutely wonderful. It really, really is. You do get a very subtle savoury tone on the back end. That sort of like typical caramelised garlic and onion sort of thing, where it's sweet and savoury at the same time. I love this beer. That's absolutely, it's wonderful. It really, really is. You could get yourself into such trouble with a beer like this. And you want to savour it, but it's just so damn drinkable. It really, really is. Just look at it. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Almost has like a sort of apricot look to it now. Can I have this beer like connected to my water supply in the house, please? Because I would just be literally under the sink with mouth open, just letting it pour straight in. Some people might think I'm going a little bit too far with this beer, but I'm telling you what, I'm not the most excitable person anyway, so I'm not going to be up and about going, oh my god, what a beer. Sometimes I do that. But this, it's just so satisfying. I just want to sit back and, you know, get a hand job. It's that sort of beer, do you know what I mean? It's like, just, I'm in the zone. And, you know, this would be the perfect accompaniment. So, for all you brothels out there, get in touch with Verdant, because I think this will go, no pun intended, hand in hand with the services you provide. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know. I love it. I love that beer. That's absolutely beautiful. I want to swim in it. I want to do terrible, terrible things with this beer. I'm not joking. I'm absolutely in love. Look at that. It's always got that sort of like peach yogurt coming out now. And peach by the bucket load as well. Alright, looks a little bit more turbid now that all of it's in there. Let's get the rest in. And when it's all in a glass, just so much more smoother. It's got that sort of like gentle milkshake sort of body to it. It's flawless. It really, really is. For me personally, anyway. Bottled on the 9th of March 2018 and best before the 9th of June 2018. So it's had about a month to mellow since I bought it, which I think can work in the beer's favour with beers like this. But I wouldn't imagine this being harsh or green initially. You get no inclination that it was ever like that. It's just beautiful. It's 10 out of 10. I love it. I think that's absolutely wonderful, and I wish I'd have picked up another can of it because highly, highly recommended, guys. It really, really is. I just can't stop drinking it. I really can't stop drinking it. So yeah, if you've had this beer, then let me know your thoughts, opinions. Am I going completely over the top, or am I not counting its blessings enough? What are some of your favourite beers from Verdant over the past couple of years or so? What's some of your favourite hazy pale ales and IPAs? You know it's a good beer when the reviewer says that they wish they'd be getting like a hand job while they're drinking it. Do you know what? My mind goes into places I don't even want to think about sometimes. Thank God we're talking about beer and not like stuff that kids could watch. And if children are watching this, shame on you and shame on your parents. But yeah, I don't want to carry on talking about this sort of stuff because it's going to go in a direction that I really don't want it to. But I'm just looking at it now and it just looks beautiful. Roy, I want a Hilux. Beautiful beer, 10 out of 10. If you tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. Check out Verdant down below. Of course, if any of my friends and fellow beer tubers have reviewed it, then their links will be included. I'm sure this featured on the Good Beer live show with Rob from Hopzine, Craig from Kent Beer Reviews, and Jake from Jaco Beer. So if it has, I'll put that video down below as well. Check out my Pale Ale playlist. Check out my Craft Canned playlist. Check out Northern Beer Temple. I've had so many great beers that I've purchased from there. And this is one that's definitely up there. One of the best beers that I've had of the year so far. And yeah, if there are any better beers than this, give me those recommendations straight away. So anyway, thank you for putting up with this stupid video. And thank you for subscribing to the channel and all that jazz. And hopefully you'll join me next time for another beer review. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you all later. Cheers. Fucking Xbox.